I have the same taste in my mouth from that Lions win as I did in Week 18 when they beat the Packers on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
Tirico and Collinsworth on the call, huge stakes. Rodgers, what ultimately was his last game as a Green Bay Packer in Lambeau, and this upstart Lions team comes in and just doesn't flinch. That was last night. Do you know how hard that is to go into Kansas City with the banners being raised? And yes, I know Kelsey wasn't there, and yes, I know Chris Jones and his two agents were up in the suite. But I'm thinking about what the Lions are coming into on this thing. This is the Detroit Lions. And they went in there and they were resilient. That is what Dan Campbell said, and they set the tone early. Let's see the fake punt.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
that's serious.
Are you
Let's go.
serious? No momentum at this point.
None.
They go for a fake punt within their own 20. It is the first time an NFL team has even attempted a fake punt within their own 20 since 2019. We're going back 4 years. The Ravens did one of these against the Steelers in desperation mode, did it to the up back. To call this call, I know there's a million plays last night and we're going to dissect a million things. Do you realize what that says for the rest of the season? It says we're here, we're not flinching. We understand that once you give Mahomes the ball on the red zone, he's going to score, and then we're going to be chasing him.
And the conversation if they don't convert it.
Oh,
what are you
my
doing, Dan? It's just play ball. You know? Oh my
It's
God.
early.
And
Yep.
it's
You fast forward all the amazing things in the game, we'll get through it. Get to the fourth quarter, and then it's like, you know what? 2023, everyone's light them up, air raid. We have to have the highest scoring offense. We throw the ball everywhere. Let's just shove it down their throats with David Montgomery, who is an old school back.
Definitely.
Who is just one of these guys that's going to just say, I am going to get you those 2 or 3 yards. And on 3rd and 2, after this 2nd and 5, it's like, Montgomery, if you convert this, we're escaping Arrowhead with a victory. And guess what? Montgomery converted it. They were able to put it on a knee, and they escaped Arrowhead with a victory. I'm all about the Lions this morning. We're going to talk Chiefs, but for the Lions to come in there after all summer, people wondering, really, the Lions? Are you really buying the hype on the Lions? They didn't do it with 45 points, which is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Did it with 21, and they really grinded it out at the end. I love it, and I think it was resiliency. That's Dan Campbell's word.
Resiliency. And to your point, how they started going for it on that 4th down when you're expecting them to punt. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, after the game, he goes on social media live. He has a ski mask on, and all he keeps saying is, it ain't the same Detroit. It ain't the same Detroit. And that's the attitude that he personifies. And when he shows up on their team, he brings a certain mental toughness, a physical toughness that I think just permeates throughout the entire team. And we saw that last night. For Detroit, the defense didn't have to play perfect. You have Patrick Mahomes on the other side. You got to be able to make a play, put your impact on the game, and that's what they did. Yesterday, I talked about this Lions secondary. You have to step up. What are you going to do to Patrick Mahomes? Brian Branch, the rookie, steps up. And I know, Kadarius Toney, this is on him. Ball goes through his hands. But you got to be able to hang on to it. Branch reaches back with one hand, snags this, and this ends up 7 points. We talked all last week about Chris Jones and his absence for this Kansas City Chiefs defense. Yeah. They performed well. They only gave up 14 points. This play right here was huge for Detroit to be able to steal a touchdown from the defensive side of the ball, getting a pick 6 during this game. So for them on the defensive side of the ball, it was fun to watch because you saw a new attitude. We saw Kirby Joseph last year doing flips and all type of energy. Now you bring Gardner-Johnson to that side of the ball as well, and they've just continued to transcend and take off. So it was extremely fun to watch those guys make plays, this young Detroit team.
Much maligned defense.
Yes.
Everyone's like, if the defense could do anything, they have a shot.
Yeah, and the way they finished last year, though, they started to trend in the right way.
I know.
Kansas City didn't convert 1 3rd down in the second half. 0 for 7 on 3rd down.
Wow.
That's a huge stat. I'm just so electrified. I'm intoxicated. I'm proud. I'm proud of Dan Campbell. I mean, he did it. Like that crazy mother bleeper did it. He went into Arrowhead. I'm so. You know what the best part is? Though? I'm not shocked. I don't even think I'm surprised. That's the coolest part. I'm not surprised that the Lions won. The Lions are really good. Dan Campbell just became the 9th coach in the last 6 years, the Mahomes era, to go into Arrowhead and win. He became the first NFC coach ever to do it. Guys, he's not just a character. That is a damn coach on the sideline. The Lions, everybody laughed at their defense. We just talked about it. Their defense made huge plays in the 4th quarter. Everybody laughed at their draft. Their rookies were all over the field on both sides of the ball. Everybody snores about their quarterback. Their quarterback is approaching the all-time record for consecutive passes without an interception. It's a record held by Aaron Rodgers, over 400 passes. That was the biggest Lions road win in 20 years. 20 years. Their second biggest road win was their last game at Lambeau Field. The back-to-back wins by the Lions are the biggest road wins they have had in 2 decades. The team is completely real. I'm not here for the Kelce thing. I know he's not there. Did the Chiefs win with him? Maybe, probably. Who gives a damn? It's football. He's out. Yep. It's a different conversation. The Lions won, and here's my bottom line. If you can beat Mahomes in Arrowhead, you can beat anyone, anywhere. Anywhere. Any team in the AFC, any team in the NFC. What I'm saying is this team is built and led and run and organized. They can win the Super Bowl. Like the Lions, if they beat Mahomes in Arrowhead, can beat anybody in the world. I am so happy. I am so proud of them. It's an incredible thing they just did. Massive win.
Yeah, Chiefs fans probably could say, like, oh, this is the worst thing that could have happened to us. This perhaps could be the worst thing that could happen to the rest of the NFL, that the Lions walked in there and did that thing last night for Thursday night. I want to put a bow on something I touched on yesterday, which was the coaching aspect of this between these two guys. Dan Campbell, that is his 18th win as a head coach. 18 times he's won a game. 3 seasons he's been an NFL head coach. 18 times. Andy Reid waiting for his 248th win as an NFL head coach. The juxtaposition of experience with these two guys, these two characters in the NFL, is mind-boggling. We have loved the ascension of Dan Campbell as a personality and a character over the last couple of years, but seeing that, because it was so perfect, the broadcast last night, they go 3 and out, the Lions do on the first drive. The tone from Tirico helps too. The second time he says it, 3 and out again, and then they convert. But then the stamp, the rose petal on the end for Amon-Ra St. Brown to be the one that catches that touchdown, because it wasn't like, oh, they made it down the field and they got a field goal out of it. To score a touchdown on the back end of a fake punt is miraculous.
It's an amazing drive.
It's an amazing drive. Not miraculous, sorry, it's ridiculous.
You're
amazing
right.
drive. The Chiefs, though, Kyle, I'm kind of shook by some of those drops by the Chiefs. Do you call those woes, Peter? Offensive woes?
Yeah. Huge issue. Kadarius Toney had a horrendous night, and I think he would be the first to tell you that was not how it goes. He's also coming off knee surgery and didn't have an entire summer. I mean, he hasn't practiced.
Didn't practice.
So is that on him that our entire, big spot, every single play seems to go into Kadarius Toney? Richie James in special teams, not ideal, and then deep passes, not ideal. All these guys. Valdez-Scantling had one big catch, but look, last year they got away with it without Tyreek, and we said all these young guys are going to step up. Well, now it's not without Tyreek, it's out without Juju, it's out without Kelce, it's out without Harmon. They weren't good. That was bad. Bad performance. And if you're telling me they're going to be able to win in shootouts with the Bengals and the Bills and all the AFC West teams that we've got now with the Chargers and the Raiders and the Broncos, some receivers need to step up. Sky Moore, step up. Someone step up. Mahomes can't do it all.
It's funny, you mentioned Juju Smith-Schuster. As I'm watching that game last night, I think sometimes you take it for granted. He had close to 1,000 yards last year, and they were missing a veteran presence out there at wide receiver. It's one thing, to your point, to miss Tyreek Hill, but when you see the young guys, and yes, Kadarius Toney missed a lot of training camp practice, catching the ball is a fundamental talent that no matter where you get open, just squeeze the ball. He wasn't able to do that, and I think that looms large for Kansas City with Kelce on the sideline. Yes, you expect 10 days. Oh, he should be back out there. It was a minor injury. You also don't want to rush him back, but if you're Travis Kelce and you're standing on the sideline during that game last night and you see guys dropping the ball in big moments, it absolutely kills you. And now you start to think for him, I'm playing in the next game. My guy needs me out there. And you have guys step up, that kind of eases the pressure where it's just like, take your time. We need you healthy for the whole They need Kelce back out there.
They need it bad. And listen, I'm reminded of the 90s Cowboys team where Emmitt Smith held out. They lost. They gave him a contract. They're like, get back in here. Melissa Stark was saying in the game last night that Chris Jones is ready to wait till week 8 to come back. So the contractual reasons. Here's the bottom line. They lost week 1. Fine, it happens. You never lost before you lost one. They got to go to Jacksonville next week.
Yeah.
They're going up against that Doug Peterson squad on the road. They played them really tough in the playoffs last year. You can lose. Don't go 0-2. You don't want to go 0-2. Then that starts to spiral. Even for Mahomes. Mahomes did everything he could last night. I thought he was really good. I mean, he's the best. But there's 2 second and third best players are sitting in the stands on the sideline. Guys, it mattered. They lost the game because of that. Don't lose to Jacksonville next week. Then we got a problem.
Yeah.
And the other crazy thing from the second half was not only to not be able to convert on the third down, that there were only 2 catches by wide receivers for the Chiefs in the second half, which is not what you would expect from a Patrick Mahomes-led offense.